Good morning, students. This is Math 2008. Today is July the 10th. All right, guys, we're going to work on 3.2 just to make sure we kind of understand something. Let me go to your homework packet, okay? So I'm going to clarify just a little mistake I had, which is shouldn't affect anything. Okay. So last class before the weekend, we did 3.1. Okay. We're going to do 3.2. Now the question is, this 3.1 used to say 5.1. That was my typo. I fixed it. So if you worked on it, you're still good. Okay. And problems were right. Problems were correct from the correct section, which is 3.1. But I accidentally entered 5.1. Don't email me about it. Okay. This has been fixed. All right. So we're going to work on 3.2. I don't think 3.2 is a hard chapter. It's very easy. It's about addition of whole numbers. You know, we're going to go over a few things, but before we go over those things, I would like to work on a problem that a student from your class asked me to do. So I have the problem here. And I know people struggle with base 10. So let me make a couple of points here, guys. You won't be teaching, you will be teaching base 10 numbers to your students. Okay. You will be with base 10 blocks. You will do a few with other bases, just a few, very basic. But since you're going to be a teacher, we want you to know more than what your students are supposed to know. So we're going to go a little beyond. So in this section, in 3.2, we will be talking about how to add numbers in a different base. So bear with me. Okay, guys, so let's do a problem from 3.1 that our friends or your friends and one of my students asked me to do. I will do it slowly, and it is a hard problem. Okay, so what they're saying is find the number preceding and succeeding each of the following numerals. I'll do all three. I don't mind. We have a little bit of time. Now, you can take this number 660 to the base 7 and convert it to base 10 number, and then add one, subtract one, and then convert the answers back to base 7. That's a little bit of a pain, right? I mean, I would say unnecessary work. We're in base 7. We're doing A. We're doing A. I have 3 digits. Let me make 4 boxes in case I go to the next one, okay? So I have 3 digits. The first placeholder holds ones. The next one holds 7. The next one, this is base 7, holds groups of 49s, 7 square. The next one will be 7 to the power 3, and I don't know what it is, but we'll find out. 343. It's always safe to have an extra column. If your number has 3 digits, just get 4. Okay. Now, this line, I'm going to do it slowly today, okay? Because this is a little difficult for some of us. This line tells you, like before, put it in the middle. All right. My number is 660. Let's put everything in the center. Okay. That means I have 0 ones, I have 6 sevens, and I have 6 49s. Using your calculator, you can convert it to base 10, but I'm not going to do it. Okay. I'm not going to do it. Now, the number preceding, I'm just going to write P. P means preceding. What number precedes this? Okay. Now, you're going to get rid of one loose one. So what you're going to do, I'm going to show you all the steps. You're going to bring from the 6 sevens, you're going to bring a 7 out. How many will be left? 5 sevens. And when you bring a 7 out, you have 7 loose ones. You're going to write 7 here. 7 loose ones. Now, I know it's not legal to write 7 loose ones here, right? But you're going to take one in a second. You're going to get the preceding one. So you take one. What do you get? From 7 loose cubes, you take a cube away. You will be left with 6 loose cubes. So the answer is 656. I'm going to show you that I got the answer right. I have the answers from your book, okay? Now, if you don't believe me, convert it to base 10, subtract 1, convert the answer back to base 7. It's too much work. And not only that it's too much work, you don't really understand the real meaning. It's the intent it is to do it this way. Now I'm going to go back to my original question. This is my original question. 660. It's not red 660 in base 10. I'm going to go do the following one. Okay. The one after that following. What is the one that follows? Well, this one isn't too bad, guys. I have 6 copies of 49. That's basically 49 times 6. Then I have copies of 7. 6 times 7. 7 is a rod containing 7 cubes. 49 is a square. That's a 7 by 7 square made out of 49 cubes. I will just add one. It's going to be one. I know it's a mouthful. So the answer is 666. 661. These are the two answers. I'm going to go ahead and do all of them, but let me go back and check the answer, okay? 626. Okay. What's going on here is 660. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer, but don't worry. The reason I don't have the answer, I clicked it twice. It gave me the answer to a different problem. You know how it works. But don't worry, I will check it using my calculator. With me? And that's not a bad exercise. Okay. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to first find this number 660 to the base 7. Okay. Then I'm going to find I'm going to actually find these 3 numbers, the one I got. I should actually write base 7 here. I should somehow write base 7. It's not going to let me write a subscript, but let's do it nicely. Give me 1 second. Okay. So let's do it nicely. This is, don't worry, we'll take care of it. 656 to the base 7. And this is the preceding one we're claiming. By the way, I don't know if I'm doing the exact same problem you sent me. And I'm talking to the student who sent me, but doesn't really matter. I am doing one that's very similar. Every time I click something, it changes. It changes the problem. So just to let you know how the book works, when I clicked it, I wanted to do the same problem. But um, I just clicked the windows to see the answer, change the problem, gave me the answer to the new problem. So don't worry, I will check it for you. I am going to use my calculator to evaluate this one, the one that follows, and the original one, and there will be 3 consecutive numbers, I hope. Okay. 656 to the base 7 is this. 6 times 49 plus 5 times 7 plus 6. That's the one that we're claiming is the preceding one. Okay, let's keep track of that. Now I'm going to do the original one. Hopefully this will turn out to be 336, hopefully. So this one was, and the blessing of copy paste, 6606 6, 0. And lo and behold, it is 336, so I didn't mess up. Then I'm going to do 661 to the base 7. How do we do that? 661. And this one is obvious. This will work out. So I have 3 consecutive numbers. Okay. So I would do it this way. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer, so I won't be able to check it. Moving on, guys. The next one is in base 5, has a bunch of zeros. When you have a bunch of zeros, it's kind of nice. The answer is relatively simple, at least in one direction. Okay. But don't worry, we'll get to it, right? Let me fix this. Again, this has 6 places. I'm gonna do 7. It's just safer. You might move to the next one. You might not, but you don't know. But let's have it around. One, two, three, four, five, six. We're doing part B. All right. And this is in base 5. And yes, it's going to be a little bit of work. This will be, let's make it yellow. All right. This will be ones, fives, just a stick containing 5 loose cubes, 25. I think 5 to the power 3 is 125. 5 to the power 4, I will have to look it up. 625. And 5 to the power 5, 3, 1, 2, 5. And the next one. 5 to the power 6. That's just a definition of place value, right? In any basis. Not bad. Now, guys, according to the question, this one was an extra one, okay? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1. So in base 5, you have 3,125, and then nothing else. Okay. This is a good one. Let's get into it. Now, the one after that will be very easy. The one following is the easy one. So you're going to add a loose one. This will become 1. So I'm going to do the following one first. This will become 1. So the following answer will be this. This. Got it. Okay? Easy. Now, let me count the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds about right. Now let's do the preceding. Go back to the main problem. Go back to the main problem. Now you have one of this, only one. Okay? You have to put one. It's a little bit of work. So guys, be a little patient. All right, guys? So I have basically, this number is 5. This is base 5. And just for the record, this is a hard problem. Okay, so we're going to hide this and hide this. We don't care about these right now. We're doing part B. With me? 3, let's write it down. You have to get that. 3,125 is 5 times. That's that. Okay. So I am gonna break this and get 5 groups of 625. Okay. So since I'm breaking this, I don't have anything here. I am going to put 4 of them here. Okay, guys. 4 625s will go here. I'm going to take the last 625, break it into 5 groups of 125s. Okay, I'm going to leave 4 here. I'm going to take the 5th group of 125, break it down into 25 groups of 25, leave 4 here, leave 4 here, bring the last 25, break it down into 5 groups of 5 sticks, and I'm going to put 4 here. I have one group of 5 sticks. I'm going to take it, break it into 5 loose pieces, and I'm going to put 5 here. Of course, we can't put 5 there in base 5. 5 is not legit, but we're going to subtract 1. Don't worry. We're going to delete it and write 4. This is my answer. Okay. I will prove it to you that I got it right. Hopefully, of course. I don't know it yet, but actually I think I do. But let me see. Let me write my answers here. It's a little bit of work, guys. Okay. I'm very aware of that. And this is challenging some of you. I know that too. And what's bad about challenge, right? We come to college to be challenged properly. So I'm going to get rid of this. All right. So guys, we have it right here. It's just briefly, guys, from 100, if you subtract 1, you get 99. 200, if you add 1, you get 101. It's kind of the same concept, but it looks weird in base 5. Now let's go check our answers, okay? I'm going to get rid of this. Let's go check our answers like we did before, slowly, uh, so that let's clear everything. Okay. I'm going to first do the preceding one, okay? The preceding one is 4, 5. Okay. 4 times 625. Actually, I'm going to write 0 times 3,125, okay? I'll tell you why. Because some of the numbers will have more digits. 3,125 times 0. Plus 4 times 625. Plus 4 times 125. Plus 4 times plus 4 times 5 plus 4. I'm getting this number. All right, this is the preceding one. What about the one that's given? Hopefully that'll be 3,125. Hopefully, let's enter it carefully. What was given to us is 1 times this. And I'm already seeing that I'm fine. It's a little bit of, but it's fun work, isn't it, guys? I got it. We got it. Okay, now push it. Now we're going to do it again. We're now doing the following one. The following one is easy. All you have to do is copy paste, and the last one is 1, and you get 3. So we know we didn't mess up. Got it? We know we didn't mess up. Good. Moving on, doing the last one. And this one is in base 6. So let's fix these here. I don't know the answers yet, but I will write down 6. And I'm going to use these as placeholders to write my correct answers. I don't want to erase everything because it takes a while to grab these things. All right, guys? And I know it takes a little bit of time to understand place value and base 10 and other bases. So let me see. I need 4 units. I'm going to get rid of this. Give me 1 second. I'm having a little difficulty. Delete column. All right. Now this is 5, 5, 5. 5. This is in base 6. 5 is acceptable. Okay, so sorry. This is 1. This is in base 6. So this is 1. This is 6. This is 6 times 6 or 36. And this is 6 times 3. Let's look it up. Not 6 times 3, guys. 6 to the power 3, 216. Now, let's go over it once again, guys. I am visualizing this as a loose cube right here, okay? A rod containing 6 cubes, a slab containing 36 cubes, and a cube that's 6 by 6 by 6, basically 10 slabs stacked together. So I'm just empty. Well, I don't have to empty it out, actually. I can write 555. This is my original number, right? Now, let's do the one that's preceding. This one for preceding, this is easier. Okay, you'll get a feel for it. So the preceding means you have in here, you have 5 loose ones, 5 rods, and 5 slabs. All right, this one isn't too bad. From 5 loose ones, you're going to take away 1, you'll be left with 4. So this will be 5, 5, 4. That one was easy. Now, this one is a little hard. Okay, the next one. And we're going to bring it here, but we're going to enter the answer in a second. All right, so this is the original one. Okay, this problem, part C. This is the original one. We're going to be adding 1. So if you add 1 here, what happens? You get 6 loose ones. Well, in base 6, you can't have 6 copies of anything. So you're going to leave from your 6 little cubes, you're going to leave 1 cube and take the remaining 5 cubes and get a rod. And now the rod is going to be 6. Well, the same problem. You cannot have 6 copies of anything. You have 6 rods. What would you do? You're going to leave your 1 rod there and take your 5 rods, turn it into a slab. Now you have 6 slabs. You have 6 slabs. Well, 6 slabs will be traded for 1 little cube containing 216. So I'm going to, no, wait a minute. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Let's fix it. Let's go back. Let's go back. I messed up. Okay, my bad. My bad. My calculations were a little off. Okay, for this one. Okay. I was thinking in base. It does play with your brain. So let me share what happened to me. There are so many fives. I'm thinking I have things in base 5. Well, that's not true. It's all in base 6. So let me see. I am going to add 1. So my bad, guys. I'm going to add 1. I will have, excuse me. I will have 6 little cubes. I'm going to trade my 6 little cubes for a rod, and I will have 0 cubes here. I'll have an extra rod. I'm going to bring this extra rod here. I will have 6 rods. Well, I cannot have 6 rods. I'm going to take all my 6 rods and make it into a slab. So I already had 5 slabs. Now I'll have 6 slabs. Well, I can't have 6 slabs. I can't have 6 of anything. You will trade it for the next one. Well, 6 slabs can be stacked together to make a cube containing 216. So this will be 1. That's your answer. Yeah, my brain tricked me because I saw so many 5s. I thought maybe it's in base 5. So I was messing up base 5 and base 6. And why am I sharing this with you? When you take the exam, be a little cautious, okay? Your brain will trick you. The reason your brain tricks you is because we are really not used to base 6 and base 5, and we do base 10 automatically. We don't even have to think. So that's how you're tricked. We are tricked. So let's see. Let's write it down, and I will go back. I will go back and, of course, verify it on a calculator, which is always easy to do because we can copy paste. All right. So I'm going to clear everything here, and I'm going to do the previous 554 to base 6. Okay. 554 to base 6. 5, base 6. I'm getting this. Give me 1 second. I have to clear everything. I have to clear. All right. So this is the one that I got for the preceding. Okay, 554. Let me double check. 554. That sounds about right. Now I'm going to do the original one, 556. No, 555. Okay, so far they're consecutive. The next one is one, and then the rest are zero. And how are we going to write it? We're going to write it like this, 216. Everything else is zero. I know this is a little hard, okay? And I did get consecutive numbers, so I didn't mess up. Okay. So you can do these problems in two ways. You can do it the way I'm showing you, that's expected. Or if you really don't want to take any risks, you can convert the number in base 10, subtract 1 to get the preceding one, add 1 to get the following one, and then you have to convert it back to base, the right base, whatever the base the question says. So that was the homework problem. The plan is to start 3.2. It's not that hard, I would like to believe. Let's go over it. It's addition. Everybody knows here how to add two numbers. I'm going to do one here. Let's say I want to add 3 in base 10. Let's say we're back to base 10 for a second, okay? So I'm going to add, okay, these two numbers. How do we do that, guys? We're adding. So you were taught this in school, you know how to do it, but I'll go over it. Why, guys? Because we will be doing this in a different base. So let's review. And again, I'm not trying to teach you how to add numbers, okay? 5 plus 5 is, now let's do it in base 10. Let's get some base 10 pictures, all right? Because base 10 pictures are very, very handy. Base 10 blocks. Of course, my computer had to freeze. Let me see. I don't know why it's doing that. No, it's not too bad. All right, guys. So here are the base 10 blocks. So let's do this. I know you know how to do it, but let's do this so that we kind of understand what's the connection between addition and base 10 numbers, base 10 system. We are going to be adding in base 5. Okay. 5 and 5, these are the loose ones. So you have 10 loose ones. Well, you don't like 10 loose ones. You cannot have 10 of anything. So you write a 0, you write a 0 right here. You write a 0. And you take your one, and unfortunately, guys, I have to write it here just by hand. You take your one, extra one, you put it here. You have 6, 4, and 1, which is 11. You have 11 of these. Now, that's not good enough. You cannot have 11 of anything, okay? 10, anything above 10, including 10 is a bad one. So you have 5 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. So you have 11 rods. So you're going to write 1 here, 1 here. That extra one, you do put 1 here, and you have 3 plus 1 plus is 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So your answer is this. And that's the answer. Let me double check to see if I made a mistake. 10, 6 plus 4 is 1, 10, 11, 3, 4, 5. I think that's right. So basically, this is based on base 10 system. And the reason this section talks about this, so that you know what carrying means. Okay. Everything we do in the Hindu Arabic system, which is the system we use, is based on base 10. And base 10, to understand base 10, we need to understand other bases just to see what the students go through. So let me explain this to you. Right now, some of you, I know you're struggling with base 5, base 4, base 2, right? Obviously, I struggle. Okay. Why? Because we're not used to it. Students are not used to base 10, so when they encounter base 10, they really scratch their heads. So just be aware of it. All right. So that's addition, nothing serious, very easy. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to show you a few other things. Now, this is going to be an online exam. It'll tell you to do it one way. You can do it that way. You should, but if you don't, you will still get your points, right? So they will show you how kids do these things differently. Again, we are still back to base 10. We are still discussing base 10. This is just a slide from your book. I don't know how well you can read it, but we'll make it a little bigger. So adding from the left, okay? Sometimes students add from the left. For instance, 67 plus 36, they will do in their head 60 plus 30 is 90, 7 plus 6 is 13, then they add 103 because 90 plus 13 is 103. There's nothing wrong with it. People think differently. Okay. Another example, 36 plus 36. Well, 30 plus 30 is 60. 6 plus 6 is 12. And 60 plus 12 is 72. All right. This one is called breaking up and bridging. What does that mean? Well, let's find out. Add the first number of the tens to the second number. Okay. So the question is 67 plus 36. Okay. 36 is 30 plus 6. So 67, add 30 to 67, you're going to get 97. And don't forget the 6. 97 plus 6 is 103. They're calling it breaking up and bridging. Now, these are informal terms. All right. Do you have to use those words when you're teaching? Not really. Why is it here? Well, some of your kids will do it, whether you like it or not. Doesn't matter how you teach it. Some of the kids will do it this way. This is to help you see how kids think. Let's do the trading up. This is a good one, and I use it a lot, actually. So we like numbers with zeros, right? They're easy. So 67 plus 36, 67 plus 3 is 70. Now your 36 becomes 33. 70 plus 33 is 103. Try another one. 67 plus, this is 29. This is a little different. So you're going to add 30. You're going to add 30, 67 plus 30. You added one, right? And then you have to just 67 plus 30 is 97. But 97 can be the right answer because you added an extra one. So you may better subtract it. The answer is 96. So this is nice. This is a very nice slide, very important slide that helps us see how these numbers are added in how numbers can be added in a variety of ways. Moving on, guys. So I'm going to do one problem from your book. And this is the main problem in this section, okay? And you will see a problem like this on your exam, on the final. I'm going to do one, okay? I'm going to do one. And I know our session is a little long today. So I'm going to actually, guys, I'm going to do, let me write down the question. I'm going to do it in detail. I'm going to do this one. 4, 3, 2, I have base 5 blocks, so that's convenient. I don't have pictures for everything. It can be made. I got some from your book and I got some from online. I have base 5, base 10, and I think I have base 3. Doesn't matter. I'm going to hide this. They want you to add it. All right. So I'll show you a trick that you can use, but I will do it how the book wants me to do it. So let me see if I can find the base 5 blocks. Okay, so these are my base 5 blocks. Okay. Now remember, guys, these symbols, I have 3 loose ones. I have 2 loose ones. That's 5 loose ones. I'm going to take my 5 loose ones and get a long one. Okay. So I am going to write it in base 5. Base 5. It's got everything is going to be in base 5. 3 loose ones from the right and 2 loose ones from the left will be traded for one long one. And that'll make 3 plus 2. I already have 5 rods. I'll have 6 rods. Okay, so I'll have the first 2 digits will be 0. I have 6 rods. And those 6 rods, 3 plus 5 is 0, 1. And then I have 4 on the left one. I have 4 of the slabs or flats. Okay, and I have, it's going to be 1. Okay, I'll do it in 2 ways. So don't worry. Well, let me do it again, guys. Let me do it again. Okay, guys, let me do it slowly. So I have this and this. That means I have 5 of this. All right. 5 of these will be traded for this. Now look at this. I have 2 rods or longs. I have 3 rods. 3 plus 2 is 5, and I have 1 extra one. I have 6 altogether. Since I have 6, I'll leave 1 here and take 1 rod and give it to my 4. Give it to my 4. I'll have 5 5 flats. 5 flats can be traded for 1 block. Okay, I will check it for you, but before I do that, okay, this is in base 5. Okay, if you find this a little difficult, just convert the numbers to base 10, but I will check it for you. Okay, I will check it for you on the calculator just to see. Now, before I check it, let me make sure I have it right. Okay, 3 plus 2 is 5. Um, that's 0. I took 1. 3 plus 2 is 6. I'll have 1. I took 1. 4, 1, 5. 5 is 0. And okay, that sounds about right. So I'm going to check it for you using my calculator that I didn't mess up. Okay, so guys, how do we write 4, 3, 2 in base 5? Well, 4 copies of what? Takes a while, doesn't it? 4 copies of 25, then 3 copies of 5 rods, and then 2. That's 117 in base 10, right? And I'm going to take 23. Sorry, I shouldn't say 23. It's 2, 3. And the next one, 2, 3. I'm getting 13. All right, now I'm going to do this. My sum, just to test if my sum is correct. This is 1 copy of 125, 0 copies of 25, 1 copy of 5, 0 copy of this is 130, and clearly 117 plus 13 is 130. I didn't mess up. It's a little hard, guys, okay? I know. Let me do it one more way for you guys, all right? Let me do it one more way. Hopefully this will make a little more sense. So I'm going to write 432 to the base 5. Okay, I'm adding it to 23 or 23 to the base 5. All right, so in base 10, anything above or equal to 10 gets carried over. It's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. So what's going on? I'm going to do it by hand if you don't mind. 3 plus 2 is 5. In base 5, if you have a 5, you're going to write 0 and take that 5, that becomes your 1. 3, 2, 1 is 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. 6 is 5 plus 1. Leave your 1 here and bring your 5, and that becomes 1. Put it here, and then you get 5. Well, you can't write 5. You have to go to the next step. So that's our answer. Okay, so again, if you have any problem, I think our class was a pretty long class today, not a problem. If you have any problem, ask me to do some more from your book, but I hope it helps. And then we're going to do subtraction next class. All right, bye-bye. If you have any questions about the class, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to help you. Bye-bye.